Rick, the scientists have been giving us experiments all summer long, and not just through science, but through technology. Today, we get to talk with them. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Nice to see you, hear you.
And speak with you. Normally, this time of year, you'd be doing some crazy scientific experiments with great principles behind them in our studio to celebrate Science Indiana, but you're still going to kind of do that, just not in person, right?
That's true, because this year we're doing CSI, Celebrate Science Indiana. It's going virtual, so you can stay at home and have all the science come to you. This Saturday from 9:30 till 5, we have all kind of activities from the Children's Museum, the State Museum, Heritage Group. We even have one of the coolest scientists in the world right now, Camille Shear, who is the 2020 Miss America, who won her award by doing science. So that's pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing. And I think, if I read correctly, she's headed towards becoming a doctor of pharmacy?
Yes, she has 2 degrees already from Virginia, and she's working on her doctorate in pharmacology. And we need more people that can learn medicine and virus control. That's for sure.
So sign up to see this, but stay for the great experiment. What you got for us today?
So there's going to be a lot of different activities every hour, and I'm going to be doing 4 of them. And one of my favorite one is something I call Discrepant Events. If you're getting like me, you see something and your brain says, that's not supposed to work like that, and it makes you concentrate more. So you may have tried this one at home with you get some water and you put a piece of plastic or card over it and you turn it upside down and you hope, 1, 2, 3, that it stays in there. You would expect gravity to pull it down, but because of how water likes to stick together and the forces of gravity and the cohesive water, it stays. So that's kind of cool, but that's not really a discrepant event. So I have this container right here, and I like to, it's got some screen on it, a window screen, and if I pour it in, you can see the water goes in and the water comes back out. But what's going to happen if I pour water in, and then this is the discrepant event part. So hopefully you're going to see something that your brain doesn't understand and makes you concentrate more. Here we go. Turn it upside down. 1, 2, 3, and it's holding. But this is the part that's really kind of cool. Watch this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The water is actually staying up in that screen. Now,
why?
You're probably thinking, why? It has to do with force. And all that water is divided into little bitty squares of that screen. And if I tip it, I'm going to make it unbalanced, so water will come out this side and not the other side. You actually have this at your home. The sink in your faucet has a little screen at the top. You ever wonder why you turn the water on and it comes out instantly? Mm-hmm. There's water up inside of that little faucet that's just waiting there and being held by the cohesiveness of the molecules of water. And you divide those into smaller forces, they can stay up there by a screen.
That's not a science experiment. That's a magic trick.
You know, I don't use that word magic, Tracy.
Okay.
It's science.
All right.
Sometimes you need to observe a little bit more. For example, I got this container here. It's got the science, the periodic tables. I pour some water in it, and then you pour the water in it, and then you do one more thing. You put the lid over, you flip it over upside down, and then if you really believe in science, you put it over your head. I can't believe I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3. And a lot of times what happens, well, it's not magic, it's science. But if you come to the CSI this Saturday, we'll do a lot of those. I got one more. We have time for one more?
Yeah.
So there was a famous scientist by the name of Michael Faraday who did a Christmas lecture all about the combustion of a candle. And so a discrepant event is when your mind sees one thing. I'll get this candle going. Here we go. And what happens is you can observe this candle. There's those gases. It's round, it's cylindrical, but if you really use your mind and observe it, maybe you can do this. Ready?
Oh, what?
Just saying. Science is about observations.
What?
And either you think I'm really weird or you're paying more attention to the candle I just had here. So I hope you guys come to CSI this Saturday, meet, talk with Miss America, or learn some discrepant events that makes your mind not believe what your eyes just saw.
What did you just eat? What are you choking on?
It definitely was not a candle wax. And what the wick, your mind thought it was a wick.
Right.
It was actually an almond, a sliver of almond.
That's
that
why
has
I was
oil in
okay.
it.
All right.
And since I put it in a candle, this is bias. And when you do science, you want to make observations,
Sure.
not inferences.
Right.
And so your mind went to, oh, it's burning, looks like a candle. Must be a candle.
Well, maybe you need some of that water too. So
I'm getting ready. I'm thinking about that.
CelebrateScienceIndiana.org, correct?
Yes, you just go to the website, click on, pick a session all day long.
Fantastic. We'll put that link on IndyStyle.tv. You know, I do study the elements, but I only do it periodically.
At least you're doing it.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it as always. Grab yourself a glass of water. Amber?
Well, thanks.
Bias. You got to get rid of the bias.
That
You got to
was
be objective with
fantastic.
science.
Yeah, exactly. But he's right. You put all those elements together and you just assume that that's
Yep.
what it is, right? Kind of
That's
think
why
a
we
little
love
harder than
Thursdays
that.
with Rick the
Oh,
Scientist.
I love him. He's so much fun. Okay.